Hi everybody, I'm Corey, I'm the Dungeon Master for Opportunity Roll. Thanks for coming back to the next episode. Thanks for listening to us. Remember to subscribe and follow us. It really helps us get seen, and it really helps more people actually be able to, find us and enjoy the story. So, thank you guys, and enjoy the episode. Alrighty, everybody. Welcome to Opportunity Roll. I'm Corey. I'm the Dungeon Master. Welcome to episode 28. I'm here with Group 1. Say hi, everybody.
Hello.
Alrighty. So today, let's go ahead and introduce everybody. Let's go up the line. Let's start with Zeek.
Hi, I'm Zeek. I play Nia the Warlock.
And Red.
Hi, I'm Red and/or Etta. I play Maggie, your whimsical bard of glamour.
Neko.
Hey, my name's Neko. I play your friendly neighborhood war cleric, named Winters.
Gunny.
Hey there, I'm Gunny, and I played Tensel Lostreth, your elven barbarian.
And Winter.
Hi, I'm Winter, and I play Charity, the tiefling cleric.
All right. So last time we played, we introduced two new players who near the end hadn't even really spoken to the group. And Group 1 had said goodbye to a very prominent member of the party. Well, two of them really. Before the end of the campaign, we had found that the early morning that somebody had slipped away and headed back home due to some troubles that was going on over in the desert. So there goes Sebastian. And then we said goodbye to Sakari, who, she's headed off to kind of figure out really what to do next, what's up for her, because, this job is important, but, I think, Maggie might be growing a little bit. And so we're going to pick it back up. And currently right now, we are in the inn. We have Tensel and Winters standing over by the corkboard with all the guild information. And of course, they've been informed, what it takes to be a guild and everything like that, the basics. And then we have Edmund, Charity, and Nia at the table, and then just out front is Maggie. I think that's a good place to pick back up.
Well, after a minute of being outside and watching Sakari leave, Maggie will come back inside, sniffling a little bit, rubbing her eyes, making sure that she doesn't look too horrible when she comes and sits with everyone else. Not really taking notice of the people that had just came in.
And just for the record, is this like after Winters and Tensel have sat down and... Okay. Winters is going to walk over to the table with everyone else at it, and the small boy that he heard that was sick, and sort of present himself and bow slightly and say, "Hello, my name's Winters. The bartender told me that this boy here was sick. Is that true?"
Yes, actually. The person we were traveling with said that it could just be a thing because he's a wizard, but I'm not quite sure I agree. Are you a cleric of sorts?
Yes, a war cleric.
Well, you might have better luck than me. I'm also a cleric, but I don't have much experience, so to speak. I don't have the right training for this.
Winters will then look towards the boy and say, "How are you feeling?"
He's okay. So Edmund's not been in a good mood since, So his comment's going to be probably along the lines of, yeah, I feel absolutely fantastic. And then he's going to kind of rub his nose that was running.
Maggie's just gonna look at him and be like, be nice.
It's alright, don't worry about it. So, what exactly hurts you or ails you at this moment?
I'm either freezing or burning up hot. I'm either melting my clothes or freezing everything around me.
He's also seeing dead people.
I don't think that had anything to do with me being sick.
I mean, it's something to mention. Because it's not usual for people to see dead people. Just saying.
You should always tell them all of your symptoms. That's what my mom says.
Like, he doesn't want to be rude to either of the girls. That's clearly being shown. And he's going to look back to Winters. I don't think it's a symptom, but yes, I saw a girl in the woods.
Could it be perhaps an overload of magic within you that you're just not prepared for?
That's what our old friend Sebastian said. And he said that it's normal for wizards to do this when they're, gathering up energy. What's it that he said?
It's called the compilement. Unfortunately, I don't think he knew what it was called.
To be fair, he didn't know much of anything. Maggie says that without thinking, by the way. You can tell she's pretty bitter about him just wandering off.
Yeah.
Have you found a way to perhaps limit this overflowing magical energy?
If I were to try to burn off, and I've studied some of this, apparently. If you were to try to burn off the magic you put inside you, your body would find a new level cap, which could make you stronger, but it could make the sickness worse and potentially kill me. There also comes the risk versus reward. And he's going to start thinking now, the risk versus reward of potentially using whatever I can, and which gives me a new level cap, which makes me even stronger, which could potentially make me a better wizard. But at the same time, there's the risk of death. But if the risk of death is lower, and I only use a certain specific type of magic and a certain specific type of range in a specific area, with all things in place, I might be able to basically bust myself out as a new mage and boost my spellcasting ability.
Maggie's just gonna be like, what?
Does he do this often?
Not usually, no, but Edmund, I don't want you to risk yourself like that either, though. It's not, I don't think, she's just gonna, think for a minute, because she wants him to, she doesn't want to hinder him. That's the thing, she does not want to hinder the boy at all. She wants him to be the best he could be, but she doesn't want the risk of him getting very severely hurt. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, and he'll nod. But at the same time, Sebastian's gone, so I mean, I'm your only magic caster.
Can Charity interject?
Mm-hmm.
Charity will say, well, then... And then she'll turn towards Winters and say, is there a way we can maybe manage the symptoms?
And you could, for a little bit more information, Winters, if you like, roll a medicine check.
Okay.
You are a cleric. You might have seen this a couple of times. That is a 13. Now, you're not going to know everything about it. But what he says about the basics, if you use your magic, you can get worse, that is true. You also find that a lot of the times it will subside itself normally. Now, you would know, as a person who normally deals with medical situations like this. There is about a 10 to 15% chance that the overcasting of magic in his body could kill him outright if he is going to be, and you see this mostly in prominent witches or wizards. If he is going to be very powerful, his sickness will get worse, then better, then worse again, then better, then worse again, over an expansion of 3 to 4 weeks. If he's not really in tuned well with magic, he'll clear up in roughly a week.
Well, what the boy says is true. But there is a 10 to 15% chance that he could just kill himself outright. He does what he says.
That's a pretty high chance.
I don't want you risking it, Edmund. I'm sorry.
That chance occurs whether or not he does what he's thinking of. So what I meant was there's a 10 to 15% chance that if he's in tuned with magic highly, that this could still be deadly enough.
Regardless if he
uses magic.
Oh.
So either way, he's screwed, in other words.
With a 10 to 15% chance, if he's in that bracket where his body is highly attuned to magic, there is a possibility that it could get worse, yes. But that could be that. I mean, that's the same probability that you get with a flu. If it gets worse to a point where, your body is really susceptible, there's always that possibility a flu could kill you. As in, it turns into pneumonia, and then pneumonia turns into death. Yeah.
Would Winters know if there was anything to kind of assist with this, or kind of suppress it for a bit, or is it just that he knows that after a while it'll kind of either fix itself or he'll just die outright?
If it is the weak situation and his body isn't extremely attuned, which, again, like I said, that's kind of rare, then in a week he'll be back to normal, walking around, talking, not sick. His new level cap for magic will be sufficient enough. If not, then there is a probability of fixing it. But he literally has to meet his level cap quickly. And basically, right now his body is building what he can hold. And its cap is rising every time that he takes in more magic. And his body's showing that he can take it, it raises that cap again. It takes more magic, it raises that cap again. Until his body goes, no, wait, stop, I can't take this anymore, then he'll continue to take magic and get worse. And then eventually his body just won't be able to take it anymore. His organs will shut down, he'll start, bleeding, and it's not
so
good.
basically, if you train in in train and stuff like that in athletically, if you push yourself too hard, your muscles will just give out. Is that what you're basically saying?
Yeah.
Okay.
But with magic. Now, you would know, Gunny, with a 13, that in those high cases, in those very rare cases, if you shove all the magic that can be put into that boy at once, that is going to, so his body's okay, we're going to get a little bit here, a little bit here, but if you go, all right, here's a shit ton, just poof, flat out, it can do one of two things. It can completely cure him and get him to take in that new magic, creating the new level cap to the point where his body's going to be like, whoa, okay, that was way more than we expected. We're done here. We stop. Or it'll kill him. But at that point, he's either going to die or he's going to get better. So it's your last case scenario.
Can Maggie do anything to check, for anything, or no? Would she learn anything in the Bardic College? I mean, I'm just trying to see what I can do to help.
You can give me an Arcana. She might know the basics, but I don't think she's probably, with her background, because she is noble, she hasn't done anything with medicine. She doesn't often...
she has the College of Glamour, but that's not really much either. That's why I was wondering what I would, if you know what I mean, what I could do.
You could still roll, if you like.
Okay, I'll do that.
And just thinking in that same kind of vein, would Nia maybe know, like, because she is trained in Arcana, but more of like the whooshy side of things, like less learned and more like, traveling tales and like, older like hedge magic type stuff. Would she know anything?
She could also roll an Arcana.
I don't know diddly squat. I have
Same.
a 9.
I got an 8.
All right, so Maggie got a 9 and Nia got an 8. Those aren't going to be sufficient enough. Like, you can back up the substantial evidence that, yes, it can either get better, or you've heard stories of it getting worse. Like, really bad, to the point of death. Now, the death part is few and far between. Very, very, very rare.
At this point, Tensel would walk up and kind of tug on Winter's shirt. Winters? Do these folks need some help?
It seems so. The boy is, stricken with... Well... you said the compilement?
It's kind of like a magic compilement disease.
Okay. He's stricken with some sort of, like, magical compilement disease.
Oh, it might just be something you can handle. I don't deal with magic. He's gonna kind of look down, almost like saddened.
Is there anything you've come across that would help with this?
Kind of take a moment and like look up and like try to think. And now, out of character, Tensel probably wouldn't know a thing, would he?
Why not? No, I don't think this is in his wheelhouse.
Yeah, no. No. I just spent a lot of time moving around. Most of the time wasn't nice. So sorry.
It's alright, don't worry about it. So, the three of you, what is this boy to you exactly? Adopted son or friend?
We were talking about that a little bit just now, actually.
That's kind of a long story. Essentially, Maggie and I are his guardians.
Interesting. Where are you headed?
Currently to Krokka. Although we need to find a horse or a donkey or something to pull our cart. We gave ours to our friend.
Tensel's gonna kind of tug on Winter's shirt a little bit. We have Jericho. If they need some help.
We could help you get to your destination. We have a donkey in the stables right now.
What's his name?
Jericho.
Oh, that's a good name for a donkey.
Edmund's just going to be looking back and forth, like, really? Just, really? Like, we're just gonna pick up these strays. Like, really, that's his...
Hey, never mind, I won't say it.
So, would you like our assistance, or?
I think we should take it. They seem like
Sounds good to
people.
me.
They seem like good people.
Depends.
They seem like good people. They were willing to help you, Edmund.
Edmund's gonna look to Winter. Winters. Have you ever killed anyone?
Edmund!
It's a fair question with anybody you're gonna travel with.
It is an appropriate question, Maggie, to be perfectly honest.
You guys didn't ask me any of these questions.
Exactly!
It's alright, don't worry. But, yes, I have taken life before.
Can I ask in the name of what for?
Okay, that's a fair question.
Well, hubris, human folly, but other than that, in the defense of the people.
Okay. The defense of the people? I can understand that. I mean, don't know what hubris is.
Hubris is going against a god's particular wishes.
Oh. What god? And he's just gonna kind of like sit back a little bit.
No worries. It's not really important right now.
Well, I mean, I'm a follower of Aphrodite. I would like to know who I'm traveling with.
Currently, I follow the path of Athena.
Alright.
Sorry, that's out of game. Edmund's gonna kind of lean over to Maggie. Didn't she throw Hephaestus off the like mountain thing?
Yes.
Gotcha. Don't be near clips around this guy.
Oh, jeez.
She's gonna roll her eyes.
He'll cough a little bit and hold his hand out. Provided you don't hurt any of us, which is the stipulation for both of you. And he's going to look at you and Tensel. I'm okay with it. I mean, I'm not the one who okays things, but I mean, yeah, I guess.
We can all be the ones who okay things now. I okay it too.
I already okayed it. I thought they were good people, so... I mean, what do you think, Charity?
I am happy for them to come along with us.
Tensel's just gonna give a smaller smile and like happy he can meet new friends at this point.
Winters is gonna say, well, it's decided, but we should introduce ourselves first. You already know me, Winters, and this is Tensel. And he kind of like pushes him forward a bit.
Tensel, Tensel Lostreth.
Hi, I'm Nia.
Hi,
I'm Maggie. I'm Maggie McKellen. It's nice to meet you.
it's a pleasure to meet you too.
I'm Charity. It's a pleasure to meet you both.
And this, she's gonna pat Edmund's head, is Edmund.
Yeah, he's gonna he's gonna sneeze.
Oh no, not again! I'm scared, guys.
Here it
It's
comes.
It's deck.
Let's see what's gonna. I gotta zoom in a little bit.
Is it the frost
Goodbye,
or the fire
Maggie's
this time?
hair. Goodbye, Maggie's hair.
Right.
She's gonna be bald. I'm not afraid. I'm scared. Either that or she's gonna freeze.
He's gonna admit a 10-foot cone of ash
Oh.
in probably this general direction. So till the end of the table, just stopping before it gets Winters on the other side.
Okay, it's because Maggie patted his head when, like, right after he did this, she's gonna think that was her fault. She's gonna be like, oh my god, Edmund, I didn't. Oh no, I'm sorry. Are you okay? Oh my god.
Does the bartender have any kind of reaction to this?
The bartender's actually got his back turned at the moment, so he didn't witness this.
Well, that's one good part at least.
You're right. Jesus, we don't need to get kicked out.
Edmund will put his head down on the table. He again is not feeling well. Seems to be striking back again.
Maggie's gonna look at him worried as she rubs his back a little bit. She's gonna be like, Charity, I'm gonna take him upstairs. I think he needs more rest. I think we should leave in the morning. If that's alright with you.
No, that's a good idea. Sleep is always a good idea when the people are sick.
Maggie's gonna nod and she's gonna nod to Winters and Tensel and be like, I'm sorry to leave so soon, but I need to get him upstairs. And she's gonna try to help Edmund stand up and take him upstairs.
Do you need help? Assistance?
Does he? Do I need help? Maggie's a string bean.
I mean, he's still strong enough to kind of compose himself to walk.
Okay. So he's not like dead like he was before.
No.
Okay, cool. She's gonna wave her hand. She's gonna be like, no, it's fine. Thank you, though. And she's gonna help him up the stairs, like humming a little bit to him as he walks. You know, trying to help him in any way she can and soothing him. And then Maggie's gonna go upstairs and leave.
Okay.
Well, Winters, dude, did we get that room?
Yes.
I know I got the key. Which one is it?
Which room would the key say on it?
It is one of the rooms upstairs. I don't believe I said which room, just a room. If you look on it, there might be a strap of leather kind of tied to it with a number 2 on it.
It seems to be the second room.
If you like, I can go ahead and take our things up there and while you finish eating.
I'm fine. I finished. I'll help you.
Okay.
So we just kind of pack up all our stuff and move it upstairs. Get kind of cozy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As they leave, and Edmund and Maggie go upstairs, and Winter kind of dips out as well. I would like anybody who is still downstairs to roll a perception for me.
That's not my strong suit. Oh, it is right now. That's a natural 20, which turns into a 19.
Whoop whoop.
That's a 7 for me.
Alright, so is Tensel upstairs as well? Did he head up with Winters?
Yeah, he was gonna help take everything up there.
As you girls are sitting there, Charity is going to miss it. Zeek, you get a 19, which is natural 20 because you get a -1, so that automatically hears it. It's probably because Nia is probably sitting the closest to the table. But you're going to hear a human come in. He's going to be dressed in black cloaks, with a rather large staff, very, very kind of sanded down, very ornate. And as well, there will be another tiefling, and he'll be adorned in green clothing, with blackish hair. And what you're going to basically hear is that they're muttering. One about the event that's going to be happening in Krokka in like 2 weeks. Roughish, kind of estimation. But the other is that apparently a man claiming to be the High King, which hasn't been seen in 5 years, is apparently close by and is making his way towards Krokka.
Nia will kind of like lean over to Charity and be like, "Whoa, that's pretty cool." No, not knowing she didn't hear it.
What's pretty cool?
So those like guys there, they said that somebody claiming to be the High King is like close-ish and going where we're going.
That's the High King hasn't been seen in a very long time. It's probably just absurd rumors.
You never know. I don't know, those guys kind of look like they know what they're talking about too. Look at him. He's got a staff and like the cloak and stuff.
Can Charity roll insight on them?
Sure.
I just automatically
13?
presume I'm never gonna get an inside check, so.
With a 13, they're definitely not lying. You can tell that much. You can also see that there is a patch on the gentleman with the black cloaks. He actually has a path for the Death Cloth, which is a guild you may have run in before.
Would I know anything about this guild?
Being that they're small, it's unlikely, but you can
Okay.
roll a history to see if maybe you might have heard of them.
14?
They're a smaller starting guild. They're mostly known in the general direction of Groggy Hill, but they tend to kind of outreach towards some of the Poke Plains.
Do I know like what they're known for?
Mostly good stuff. So they're quite compassionate for their fellow man. They typically take up small jobs for like farmers and other things like that. So they're not really looking to grow their ranks as like a high, well-known guild. They're just for the people.
Okay.
Alright, so you said Charity probably would have run into them before, huh?
If you remember a while back, a couple episodes, you guys met Jace.
Yeah.
He's the leader of them.
Yeah, but we didn't meet this guy specifically, did we?
No, but he was in the group with the orc, and then the kobold, as well as Jace when they first headed out after speaking to Palace.
Alright, so Charity's gonna smile a bit and then turn to the ear and go, well, that's a guild that I trust. Alright, well this could be very interesting. I don't know whether that means that this is going to be dangerous, coming here because he's coming, or if it just means he's... I don't know. It'll be very cool. We'll see whether we see him.
Why would it be dangerous?
The High King is pretty well known for cleaning up evil, is the best way I can think of putting it right now.
Oh, right. So that's what I thought too. I thought you were saying the High King was dangerous, and I was like, oh, that seems weird. But he just might be there because there's evil there.
Yes.
Okay. That makes me feel better.
Yes, the High King is most definitely not evil. He is a very good person, I'm sure. It would be lovely to meet him.
That would be pretty cool. Do you think we'll get to meet him?
Maybe? I'm not sure. It depends on if he does show up and if we run into him.
We could always ask these guys where they heard it.
Charity will immediately, turn around and face him, face the two and say, I apologize. My friend says that she overheard you talking about the High King being heading to Krokka. May I ask where you heard that?
Well, both of them will look over. The tiefling will smile. Well, actually, we crossed him on the road. He's probably about 2 hours towards Krokka.
Oh, that's really cool. That's really exciting to hear.
Yeah.
What's he like?
Very royal. Wears some very interesting clothing. Definitely gold and blue seems to be his thing. Blonde hair, and I don't think that was the Trees blade, but the one he was wielding was really interesting.
Was he nice?
How best put it? He was very formal, but not bad. I mean, he was polite, I guess.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
It'd be sad if he was rude and I don't know, something else that's not a positive trait.
No, that's true. I just meant that.
Sounds like you're disappointed.
Well, no, it seems like a little odd. When I first heard about the High King and the sword being pulled about 5 years ago, I thought the person who had pulled it was a farmer. And I mean, he fit none of that. He held his posture like he'd been training for that for years, and he spoke with such grace that he had had years of training. And I mean, it has been 5 years, but that's a short amount of time to learn what a noble would learn.
That is quite odd.
Well, I mean, there's a lot of like magic and stuff, and with a history and lineage like that, you probably there's some of that involved too. And I imagine if you're the High King, you've got to learn pretty quick.
Well, yeah. Anyway, he's about 2 to 3 hours out of town. Actually, I think he made camp when we passed him. So, I don't know. Maybe we'll see him again. We've got to roll south, though. We're heading back to Graydon.
What are you headed to Graydon for? Do you not feel like attending the festival in Krokka?
Oh no, the festival's fine. We have to get back to the guild. We just finished a small mission. Once we meet up with the other guys, we're going to be heading straight to Krokka. From there.
Ah, I see.
Yes. Oh, I do apologize about my friend here, and he's going to motion to the man in the black robe. My friend, he's not rude, he's just mute. And the guy will nod.
Oh, that sucks.
Indeed, it does. Yes. He'll shrug.
Yeah, we'll kind of shrug back.
Well, yes, it was, lovely talking to you.
Oh, yeah.
It was lovely speaking to you as well. Thank you for the information.
Good luck.
No. You as well, yes. And then after, they'll turn back towards each other. Let's split off here for a minute. Going back upstairs.
Uh-oh.
Maggie and Edmund will be heading up to the room. Eventually you'll get up there. And I don't remember you guys purchasing a room.
I thought we did at the very beginning. I'm sorry. I must have
I
assumed
thought we
that.
did too.
Did we?
But I might have thought we purchased a room, but we actually stored our cart. I don't remember.
Yeah.
There was a confusion.
Yeah. I'm
Well,
sorry.
one
Did
way
I
or the other.
assume something? I'm sorry.
One way or the other, you will head upstairs. You'll find an unlocked room. You'll head inside. Inside will be 2 beds, your basic amenities. So there'll be 2 beds, a bath, a screen where you guys can change and everything like that. And of course, there will be, basic amenities. Upon laying him down, he's going to kind of just mutter under his breath. You have no clue what he's trying to say, and it's really hard to understand. But he'll hand over a crystal.
Edmund, what is this? She's gonna take it and look at it.
He will be out cold at this point.
Okay. So she's just gonna brush some hair at his face and tuck him in, make sure he's comfortable, and then she's gonna sit down and look at the crystal.
Okay.
She's not gonna be far from Edmund though. She's gonna stay near, but not too. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So roll me a quick Arcana or investigation, whichever you'd like.
I'm good at both. Let's do the investigation.
Okay.
It's a 6.
That is a 6. Kind of looking around it, there's not much to know about it from what you... it looks like a crystal.
Can I do an Arcana check, though, or no?
You could also make an Arcana check. Don't forget, you do have the ability of Lucky.
Yeah, I was just thinking about that, too. I'll use my lucky one if this one's bad, too.
Okay.
Is that good, or should I do lucky?
That's an Arcana of 14. You're gonna know this as kind of like a seeing crystal almost. It shares photos inside of it, things that have been taken from kind of environments. So if you set it on a sheet of paper and you use the expended magic, spell ritual, then it will basically copy down what is set in front of it on the paper, kind of like a portrait or like a rough drawing on like tapestry or whatever it could find. If not, it stores it in the crystal itself, and when you shine the crystal in a particular light, it will let off, the picture itself.
Okay, so there's a fire in this room, right? Yeah, there's a hearth over there. Okay, so Maggie's gonna go over to the fire and hold it up to the fire.
All right, so here's what we're gonna do. We're going to roll a 1d100. If it's below a 50, then it won't proc. It's not the right lighting, and if it's above, then it will work.
Come on, baby, give me a high roll. Yeah, it's 78.
I'm scared.
I am too, though, but I'm excited at the same time. Let's do this.
See, I'm scared because I've seen group 2s. I'm very scared.
I'm scared now. Why are you telling me this, Winter? I'm scared now. I was so hopeful.
So, as this light shines, it's going to illuminate 35 feet to the closest wall behind you. And the first picture is it's going to be like a black and a whitish kind of look to it. So it's going to have like gray areas, and you ever seen like the paper cutouts with like light behind it where it's only the silhouettes?
Yeah.
Basically what you're going to get.
Okay.
There's going to be a figure that looks fairly familiar. And it's going to be a person who's been chained. You're going to notice this.
Oh, God.
And if you could roll me a perception, I want to see how much of this you're going to get.
Oh, no. Ooh, 21. Hey-oh.
You're going to see you, Sakari, Charity, Nia, and of course, you're going to see the two new members. You're going to see Tensel, and you're going to see Winters, and you're also going to see Edmund. And you guys are all walking in a general direction towards woods, a wooded area.
Mm-hmm.
But above you guys, the person in the chains is going to be broken free, and his face will have a maniacal laughter above you.
Oh, God, oh, God, oh, God. Oh, God, oh, God, oh, God.
With a perception of a 21, you're also going to realize that there are 3 other sides to this crystal.
I'm going to turn it to another side.
When you turn it to another side, there is going to be a picture. It's up at the top. Well, there's going to be kind of like a couple of them, really. They're going to move in kind of like a sequential order. The first one looks like an hourglass that's slowly running thin. And it's going to show your guys' kind of movement path so far between Groggy Hill, Graydon, and Whitegate, and all of those places.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's going to show you completely diverting towards Krokka. Like 100%. Which is what was currently your plan. Mm-hmm. The one after that will show a complete town in destruction.
Maggie's gonna gasp when she sees this, by the way, and she's just anyways, go on. Fuck.
There will be a final picture down below, which would be the 4th kind of area in the projected areas. There will be your group, kind of in the area, standing over 2 large creatures fighting.
Mm-hmm.
And just pure destruction all around. You will notice, if you're looking carefully, which with the perception of 21, you will, the outline of Aeson is underneath one of them. Calm down.
I'm listening, go on.
Well, there are 2 more pictures. Unfortunately, the flame is going to shift a little bit. If I could get you to roll me another 1d100.
I'm not okay, guys. I'm not okay.
Unfortunately, the flame will not be sufficient enough to cause enough light for you to see the other 2 sides.
Okay, at that moment, Maggie's gonna be like, no. She's gonna be like trying to make the fire brighter or whatever she can. I'm crying. I'm not okay.
Do me a favor. Let's see what you want to. What do you want to bolster this flame with? Because there might be a chance of doing another roll, depending upon if you can make it brighter.
What is there in this room that I could use? You know what? Because she's frenzied right now, she's just gonna grab whatever she can. She doesn't care at this point. She just needs to know.
Okay, so
just like a table, anything. She doesn't care at this point.
Roll me a quick perception to see if there's anything in the room that you can throw in. I wouldn't.
Oh god.
I wouldn't assume that you would have prestidigitation as a bard, would you?
I'm pretty sure I do. I have fairy fire.
Yeah, I don't believe you do. I think you have vicious mockery and mage hand.
Yeah, I have fairy fire. Would that work?
Fairy fire is more like an opponent. I would say no.
Okay, no, I don't. But I will do a perception.
Yeah.
19.
You'll spot a couple of mugs on the table itself, and a. I hate to say, you'll see a book on the bookshelf close by.
She's just gonna grab it. She doesn't care what it is at this point. She's just gonna launch it in there.
All right. If you wait a few more seconds, the book will start to burn, and the light will come up again.
She's gonna look at the crystal instantly.
Give me another 1d100.
Oh, yes, please, 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 please. I can't. My heart can't handle this. Yes! Okay.
75. So the pictures will come back. So, are you flipping to another side?
Yes.
The third photo will show one of two men, indistinguishable, each with a crown above their head.
Okay.
One with a sword through him.
Okay.
And the other one seems to be holding the other one with a very sorrowful embrace, almost as if unwanting to do this, but seeming as though there's no other choice.
Okay. Do I know these two men?
Being that it is... It's one of them, no.
Well, I mean, I am noble. That's why I'm asking.
I would say give me another perception roll. With it being so close, you might...
I'm shaking so hard.
That's a 13. The one man stabbing the other is Aeson.
Oh my god. Okay.
And if you were to flip to the very last part of the crystal.
Yeah.
I hate to say this because the book isn't going to last forever and it might fluctuate. Give me one more 1d100.
No, Corey!
You're so mean.
That's an 85.
I'm sorry, I'm having a fucking panic attack right now. Go on.
The last picture might startle you a bit.
No. Okay, I'm listening.
Because it's gonna move.
Maggie would yelp.
It is the picture of a very, very large dragon.
Oh, God.
And it is basically, you're seeing an orb. As the more you're looking at it, and the more you're looking at the lands and you know, everything on it, that is your planet. And this dragon, it's big. I mean, it's not sizable to the planet in any means. But it could probably level Graydon on a bad day.
Okay, at this point, Maggie is going to scream for Charity and Nia. Charity! Nia!
I imagine we hear that.
I would say, yeah.
I was about to be real upset if you made us do a perception for that. Alright, Charity's gonna she's gonna stop bolting upstairs. Like the second she hears Maggie scream, she's running.
while that's happening, while they're running, Maggie, you've probably turned to scream. Give me a perception. Because I'm going to say you're going to turn this crystal in a very specific way.
Oh, it's a 5.
It's a 5. So I'm going to say at the corner of your eye, there's going to be another picture. But you have no clue. Because it's going to be different from any of the others. But you have no clue how that picture came up or what it was.
Well, she's going to notice that she did something, and she's going to not move to see if this crystal stayed, if it kept the picture or not.
If you move back, you will lose it.
Fuck. Okay, she froze in place, though.
Well, what will happen is you don't know what it could have been. It could have been a minor gesture. It could have been anything, but it will revert back to the dragon.
Okay, can I move it back to the very beginning one? Because I did throw that book in the fire, so I want to show them everything I've seen.
Roll me a 1d100.
Son of a bitch! Okay. Damn it.
It will lose the light. As the book finally burns up.
Maggie's just gonna rip a piece of her clothing off and start, fucking throws it in the fire.
Nia and Charity will...
she rips a part of a part of her shirt off. She's not exposed or anything, but she wears a very big baggy shirt.
So we walk in right as Maggie is stripping her clothes off and throwing it in the fire.
Yeah, please tell me that we get in at that point, just so she starts.
Yeah, I'd say she probably grabs a piece of cloth off of her shoulder and throws it in. I will say this. She
does look very frenzied, by the way.
Yeah, no, Charity's gonna run over and try to grab her hands.
Nia just stops
Maggie is fucking shaking hardcore.
Tensel, Winter, you guys will definitely hear this commotion just down the corridor.
Winters, we need to go now. Tensel's just gonna shoot up out of the bed and start frantically looking around for his swords.
Winters is going to grab his shield and warhammer that's always right next to his bed and bolt out to the door.
Okay. So I will say you guys would probably arrive shortly after the girls, so I'll let you know when you guys will enter. So girls, continue.
Yeah, so Charity runs in, she grabs Maggie's hands. Do you want me to make any kind of check against her to stop her from throwing this piece of fabric?
I mean, at this point, you're not quite close enough. I'd say she would be able to get to do it before you would even reach her.
Oh, either way, Charity's still gonna grab her hands and go, Maggie, what are you doing?
She's gonna point at the crystal, then point at the wall.
Words, love, words. Just tell me what's wrong.
We need to go tonight. We can't stay any longer. We have to go now. We have to go now.
What were you doing? What happened? Just take a breath.
Give me another 1d100. That is a 77. As you say that, you're going to move in a way that the crystal is going to catch the light, and the projection of all of you guys walking into the forest with a maniacal face over it is going to appear on the wall on the far side.
It's the man that we saw. Remember him? She's gonna frantically run over to the wall and tap the fucking figure with her finger hard. She's tapping this fucking thing. If it was a touch screen, she'd probably break it. She's it's the man from the cave. The cave.
Oh my god.
And then she runs back over to the crystal. She looks fucking insane right now. And she's gonna turn it to the next side.
Okay. And of course you will flip it over. There will be a picture of just catastrophe. 2 dragons, of course, you guys heading towards the basics that I laid out for you.
And then is this the one with Aeson?
Yes, the 2 large creatures fighting in the midst of the town.
And she's gonna point at Aeson and she's like, okay. Was the way the picture was, did it show that Aeson was under them as if they had fallen on him? Like he's hurt?
No, I'd say he's kind of like running around. He seems busy. So he's not dead and they're not going to fall on him. He's just among the people that are running around, like a chicken with their head cut off.
She's going to point to Aeson. She's going to be like, that's Aeson. And there's dragons. They're going to be Ed and Krokka. We're about to go into a shit show, Charity. We have to go now. We have to go now. We don't have time. She's going to flip to the next one, which was it the hourglass that was the next one?
Yes. Actually, the hourglass was at the top of that one.
Oh, okay, my bad. And she's going to tap to the hourglass and she's going to be like, we have to go now. We're running out of time. We don't have time. And the drag... I can't lose Aeson. Charity, I can't lose Aeson. She's going to collapse on the floor.
And Charity's going to scoop her up and hold her close and be like, it's okay.
Guys, you would walk in about this time, just between the switching of the first picture and the second one.
Nia just kind of walks up and starts patting her on maybe her head or her shoulder, and is just looking at Charity what's happening?
It appears that we have... I don't even know what to call this. I'll have to look at it, but it's showing someone very close to Maggie as being in danger. So she's freaking out a little bit, which it's going to be okay. We're going to get there. We're going to be fine. Right? Just take a deep breath with
He is the love of my life.
Well, good thing the High King will be there.
Yeah, we heard that the High King was going to be there, so...
Okay, so, like I said, Tensel, Winters, you guys entered the room.
Tensel would be following Winters in there, watching their path that they had come in on. Watching Winters back as he enters.
Okay. Yeah, we just kind of break in and we're
I imagine we didn't even close the door, so you guys could just stroll in if you want to.
Kicking the door anyways. What's going on? Is everyone alright?
Winters and Tensel, please give me a perception. I need to see if one of you guys might see the switch. That's perception of 20 for Winters. Perception of 17 for Gunny. So both of you guys are going to notice the picture on the wall. It's silhouette of you guys with them, which it's clear to see because Winters and Tensel are not people that you just overlook. They have a very particular look to them. And behind you guys is this god-awful face of maniacal laughter, and then you also witness the changing of this picture and just the destruction that belays what seems to be what is laid out through the map of Krokka.
And Maggie's a hysterical mess on the floor.
Can't forget that.
Yeah, right? Can't forget that. No, but Maggie's holding on to Nia's hand, by the way, Nia. She's going to grab a hold of your hand and squeeze it tightly as she's crying into Charity's chest.
She'll hold your hand back and kind of pat it, and then in response to the question, she'll look over at Winters and be like, there's a person that's in trouble. Again, I think. She just keeps patting Maggie's hand with her other hand.
Poor Nia, she's trying so hard.
She is.
Do we need to go now? Where's he at? Is he okay?
I think we want to go now.
We need to go now.
So
It's alright. It's alright.
Edmund is going to sit up. His eyes look familiar. And there's going to be like lines all about his body, a very Lewis-esque kind of look. And he's going to sit back on the bed, very cocky, very, very cocky. You guys never came back to feed me.
Maggie's whole back's gonna tense.
Charity is like immediately pushing Nia and Maggie behind her and getting between them and the dude.
Seeing the tone of what's happening, Nia's gonna summon her sword. Like, I don't know what's happening anymore. I have a sword.
He's gonna hold up his hands. Oh, hey. I'm not here to hurt you guys. Say the least. I mean, what are you? Puny, insignificant. I mean, I really got no reason to kill you. At least not yet. Not yet. You know, Charity, I gotta say, your folks were some upstanding people. They didn't set me free like you and your friends. So I gotta tip my hat to you.
We did what?
Oh, yeah. Like, yeah, you didn't just shatter them pawns. Like, you broke them. Broke them good.
We didn't do anything. You were chained when we left you.
Oh, well, yeah, but the seal had broken, so those chains were practically useless.
Oh, good fucking God. Sakaria, I will kill you when I see you again.
Oh, no point in that. I might be taking care of that myself.
Maggie's gonna lunge.
Maggie!
The thing is, you have to slightly remember as well, you are looking at somebody evil, but that is still Edmund.
Yeah, her emotions are high right now.
Mm-hmm.
So she's gonna lunge, not thinking. And besides, Charity's in front of her. I guarantee you Maggie's not gonna climb over Charity.
So he's gonna snap his fingers, which is gonna cast Hold Person. So, if I remember correctly, there is a save for Hold Person.
There is.
Mm-hmm.
Let me double check and see for his spellcasting modifier.
And remember, I have lucky, so if it goes badly for me, I can make it happen again.
So give me a successful wisdom saving throw.
Son of a bitch! That's a 5. I'm doing lucky.
That is a fail.
I'm gonna do I'm gonna do my lucky though.
Alright.
Damn it, it's so bad.
So we dropped a 5 for an 11, which will still not be it.
Damn it! Okay, well I tried.
So, under this, a humanoid that you can see becomes paralyzed unless they succeed on a wisdom throw. At the end of its turn, it can make another wisdom saving throw and end the paralyzation on success. He's gonna smile, and he's gonna kind of tick his finger back and forth. I'm only here in spirit, sweetie. I'm just using this meat pack. You're not gonna hurt me. You're just gonna kill the boy.
What position did he fucking freeze her in? I just want to know for my own mind.
Like she's probably like in a slight sprint towards him.
Okay.
See, the thing is I'm not even here to even kill you guys. I'm not. There is no malice whatsoever. In fact, I'm here to help you because you set me free. So here's what I'm going to tell you. You seem to have found the crystal, which she's been holding it a while. I don't know why she didn't pull it out. I mean, come on, really.
Maggie's eyes are going to shift, and she's going to be like, I what?
And Charity's gonna look at my ear. I don't think he means you.
He's going to point over the wall. As far as it goes, I got nothing to do with any of that. In fact, I'm just still looking for the rest of my soul, okay? There will be stuff going down in Krokka. And you... And he's going to motion to every last one of you. Winters, Tensel, Charity, Nia. And he's even going to motion to the boy. And this guy. You're all wrapped up in this pretty good. You might be able to stop it. You might even be able to save some people. You can't save everyone, though. Remember that. You can't save everyone. Somebody's going to die. Eventually. But you're on track to do some good things. And this will be the only time that I'm going to help you guys. I would make sure that I head to Krokka as soon as possible. I don't know if you're going to meet up with Aeson there, though, Maggie. He's kind of wrapped up in his own thing, with a couple of his own men, a couple of his own people. In fact, your buddy Cole is there. Yeah, and about Cole. I don't know, even be partially God. He's got a 50-50 chance of death and life. It's just the way the cookie crumbles.
Can Maggie talk in this? By the way?
Yeah.
Or, okay, I thought it was like total paralysis.
No,
Well,
you can speak.
Well, and she would get a saving throw like every 6 seconds-ish.
Yeah, so we're getting there. So if you wish to speak, go ahead, then we'll make another roll.
Okay. She's gonna be like, what? How do you know? What do you mean? Oh, I won't see Aeson. She's struggling, by the way.
Like I said, you guys are on kind of the same path, but only parallel. You're not converging yet. You see, a while ago, and he's gonna kind of snap his fingers, and the crystal will turn, and then the dragon will appear. Go ahead and roll me another wisdom saving throw.
15.
Barely, but still no.
Maggie's struggling. I don't know if you can, like, whenever you're wrapped up or something like that, you're like struggling a little bit. You can tell she's trying, but it's just not working.
He'll snap. The crystal will turn. The dragon will appear. All right, guys, take a look at this guy. Take a look. Take a very, very good look, because this could destroy everything. What you are looking at right now is a very pissed off dragon. Very, very pissed off dragon who's been banished from this world for hundreds of years. Long before the wage of wars, long before I was born, long before any of you were even a thought in your parents' little skull. His name is very important. Now, your other friends, they know this. I can't give too much, because if I do, I could really alter crap, and by doing that, it could be really bad, and at the same time, you guys don't want that. But you need to find a way to stop it from happening, because somebody out there is on the verge of destroying the one thing that's keeping him from the surface of this planet and everything's destruction. Somebody's looking for it.
How can we trust that you are telling us the right thing?
But you can't. Honestly, you can't. I'm not gonna lie to you. I have no reason to lie. If I wanted to kill you, I could do it right now. I could just walk right up to each of you and just look you in the eye and then just wish you out of existence. I ate a god, Come on. But I don't do that kind of stuff anymore. I've had hundreds of years to repent, and well, I'm more along chaos. Chaos. I think Loki had it right. Anyway, he was tasty. So.
It's so gross.
Yeah. You got a little bit of time, girls. Guys. Children. He's gonna flick himself in his nose. I'd watch out for this kid. Oh, I would watch out for this kid.
Edmund is a good kid.
He could be.
He will be.
Could be. Or he could go disastrously wrong.
No,
Really?
I won't let it happen. Neither will Charity or Nia.
Well, then you better be on this boy. Because he might get worse than me.
He will never be like you. She's gonna spit at him.
Wow, that's really harsh for a guy who just helped you. He's gonna unsnap his finger, and you're gonna be free. Anyway, I've done my favor. You set me free. No, I'm off to take Loki's throne. Toodaloo. And his eyes will stop glowing. And he will disappear. And, of course, Edmund will kind of slowly make his way to the ground.
Maggie will quickly go over to him and brush some hair out of his face and make sure he's okay. I swear I'll kill that bastard myself.
Give me a 1d100, Maggie, because you've been rolling for the crystal so far.
Okay. 72.
Crystal's still going.
She's gonna help Edmund get back into bed, and then she's gonna look over at all of them, and looks quite embarrassed because she's probably a disheveled mess right now. She has a ripped shirt. And then she looks back at the crystal, and then she looks at them, waiting for them to say anything.
Nia's kind of got like a strangish look on her face, and her eyes are a little narrowed, and she looks a little confused, but still like kind of ready to fight someone. What was that?
He was a very, very bad man. He still is. Charity and I met him before we met all of you.
May I see that crystal?
It's over by the fire. She'll point towards it.
At this point, Tensel's just like barely holding on to the hilts of his swords. They're like just sitting on the ground, and he's just staring at Edmund, and then back at the pictures on the wall, and then back at Edmund, completely confused and just dazed.
Winters is gonna just kind of sheath his warhammer and say, I'll get the donkey ready. You guys just pack up.
Nia will dismiss her blade and just start grabbing kind of Maggie's things while she kind of rests for a second and putting them in her bag for her.
Oh, Nia. I love you.
She tries.
I know, and I love her. Maggie's gonna notice that and she's gonna be like, Nia, okay.
Just sit. That was a thing, and you should sit.
Maggie's gonna listen and sit down as she runs a hand through her hair. And she's gonna look at Charity and she's gonna be like, I'm sorry, Charity. I didn't know.
No, it's alright. We're gonna figure out what's going on. I'm sorry, it was my fault that we just left. This is my fault. I'm sorry.
No.
We should have stayed and dealt with him and made sure that everything was in place before we left.
Charity, this isn't your fault. If we're going to point fingers at anyone, it's the two that left. Sakari was playing her quote-unquote games and set him free, and then Sebastian was just like, oh yes, I did this. I put the magic buck on there. No, he didn't. The fucking liar. Ugh, I hope I never see that man again.
At this point, Tensel's just gonna like snap out of it, look to the ladies. Unless you girls need any help packing, I'm gonna go help Winters. I don't think I remember telling him where the stable was.
Okay.
If you guys want to grab the cart, and I'll like vaguely explain, I don't, in out of character, know where the cart is, but I'll explain to him where the cart is, and if they want to get that hooked up, we'll be down in a minute.
Okay. And you're just going to see him sheath his swords and then sprint off.
Well, that's one way to introduce ourselves to the newest people in our group. Here, have a dragon. We're going after a dragon. We're about to take care of the world. Hey, ha ha. She's going to sit down and put her head in her hands. Oh my god.
Well, at least they have no illusions of that we're like normal or something.
Yeah, at least they know exactly what they're getting into before they get too involved.
But, guys, this means my family's in danger. This means everyone I love is in danger.
And unfortunately, that's the world sometimes, sweetie.
And all of that weight is on Aeson too, and his people, and
We don't know if they have much to do. We don't know whether we find him and just bring him along to the end, because, I mean, we don't know. Prophecies like this are always misleading, is the best thing I can say, because they only show a glimpse. They don't show the entirety of everything. There could be a lot that we don't see in this.
You're right. I'm sorry. Aeson and I go way back, way back, and I can't. I'm sorry. I've told you nothing of my relationship with him, but we can talk about that more on the road. I just know he's very dear to me. I think that's obvious, though. She's gonna chuckle a little bit.
It is.
I don't mean to involve you two in any of this either.
At this point, Nia was kind of like finished packing her stuff and puts her bag next to her and kind of like sits down and like takes her hand again and pats it and be like, "It's okay, you're our friends, so your stuff is our stuff. That's how that works, right?"
Yep, close enough.
Maggie's lower lip is gonna tremble, and she's just gonna hug Nia. You guys are so good to me.
Yeah. Oh, okay, yep. And like pats her.
And this is like that awkward.
It's just as awkward as you're imagining it.
Yes. And Maggie's just like crying into her, and she's just like,
Sure. Okay. Pat.
Sorry.
Get out the feelings. That's okay.
And then she's gonna wipe her face, and she's be like, "Oh my god, you would think that after I grew up, I'd stop being such a crybaby." I don't know. I've always had my parents and the support of the servants around, and of course I had friends. I'm not saying I never had friends, but you guys are real friends. You aren't just my friend because I'm noble. Does that make any sense?
Yeah.
I guess.
And my mom always says that crying is really good because if you don't cry, it stays inside, and then like all the other stuff inside has to absorb the feelings, but they can come out when you cry. So it's a good thing.
Maggie's gonna nod. I hope one day I meet your mother.
She's pretty great.
She sounds amazing. I hope you both can meet my parents too.
That would be really cool.
My dad is amazing, and so is my mother.
But we should probably go because they're getting the cart, and I know that we think they're really cool, but like they're just standing outside at nighttime with our cart and a donkey. It's gonna be weird.
Yeah, we should get going. Will you guys assist me with Edmund? We got to at least try to wake him up a little bit so he can get down the stairs, or somebody needs to carry him or something.
I mean, is he kind of light? Like he's a kid, right?
Like how kid are we talking?
Right, that's what I mean. Like how much does he weigh-ish?
Well, I mean, at this point, he's probably like 110, 112 pounds. He's like 10, 12 years old.
Oh, okay. So, I mean, it'd be slightly difficult, but I can probably just carry him.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll just kind of scoop him up, like, mom style, like on the front of my chest and be like, nope, okay, let's go.
Alrighty.
Edmund has 3 mums.
So, if you guys head back downstairs, I would say sufficiently that would be enough time to at least have the guys get the donkey. However, you guys are not going to be able to get the cart because you weren't the ones who put it in there. So the worker will not. Like, I can't let you do that. Yeah, so if you guys are hey, look, these people gave us permission to grab their cart. We're putting our donkey on it. He's just gonna be like, I can't do that. It goes against the rules. You didn't put it in there.
That's fine. What if I go get one of them? Would that be okay?
Yeah, that's doable. I could do that.
All right, well, Winters, you mind staying here? I'm gonna go grab one of them.
Of course.
Okay. And Tensel's just gonna like sprint back off to try to get one of the girls.
There might be a slight awkward conversation after Tensel leaves. The worker would look over to Tensel or to Winters and be like, "So cleric work."
So stable work or carriage work.
Gets really mucky.
Yeah, I know that feeling.
You ever, well, I mean, you ever see a dead body?
Oh God.
More than you'll ever know.
That's creepy. You are a creepy person. It'll be about that time that Tensel would make it to the girls who are just making their way downstairs.
Ladies?
Hmm?
They won't let us take the cart. Can one of you run with me back to it? They don't believe us.
Oh yes, Maggie's gonna run over and she's gonna be like, just get Edmund safely to the cart. I'll meet you both here, okay?
Okay. Yeah, I can't really run.
Maggie's gonna follow after Tensel, unless Charity has anything to say.
Charity will happily stay with Edmund and Nia.
Yeah, after that, I would hope she would.
So, of course, you guys would make it over to Winters and the the stable worker. Of course, the stable worker probably would have peeped up at kind of a moment before you guys showed up and gone. So prayers, how do those work?
Through faith.
Well, I mean, like, what do you say? Is it,
Can you do me a solid, Athena? And then she just kind of gives them the power to heal people, I guess,
Oh, okay. I keep giving the church money. I kept thinking, I had to pay in order to get worship. I didn't know you could just go, "Hey, dude."
Just have
But the girls would run up at that point.
Maggie's gonna look at the person and be like, "That's our cart, and they're with us."
Okay, yeah, sure. And he'll wave. You can go.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And Winters is gonna hook up Jericho to the little wagon carriage.
Okay.
Maggie's gonna help in any way that she can, and Winters is just gonna see how disheveled she is at this point.
Maggie, you really need to take a nap or something, or just lay down. You do not look great right now.
Normally, I'd be offended if you said that to me, but right now, I just need. We need to go.
I understand. Tensel and I and the rest of the party we can do this. You just need to lay down and relax as best as you can.
Once Edmund gets in the cart, I'll try.
I understand.
It is getting later in the evening. So it's gonna start. The sun's starting to go down at this point. It is possible for you guys to kind of travel, but the issue being is that eventually you don't find a place to sleep. You guys will have to all roll for exhaustion.
Well, I think Maggie's not going to sleep for much after that, so I might as well just roll for exhaustion if you want me to now. What do I roll for that?
And be a Constitution saving roll.
Because I promise you she's not going to sleep. That's a 12.
Okay.
She'd probably stay up and make sure the cart was still going and everything was fine, unless they make camp or I don't know what they're doing.
Nia would probably, once it started getting to the point where, it was clearly time to sleep, Nia would probably stop and be like, so I know that we need to really get where we're going, but that's not going to happen today, and we're going to be no good if we get there tired. So I think we should set up camp. and sleep. We're on the road. And she's looking now at Maggie. We're on the road. We're on the way there. And we just really need to be our best selves when we get there so we can help.
If need be, we can take shifts just driving, just guiding the cart, while everybody else sleeps in it. I don't mind.
I assume
doing
the
it.
cart wasn't that big.
No. I mean, Edmund
If
could
one
lay
donkey
down in
pulling
it.
Yeah.
There's room in the back for maybe 3 to 4 people, 4 if you like crowded, and 2 people to sit up and kind of hold the reins for the horse. So altogether, it could probably seat all of you. I mean, it might be a little cramped in the back, especially with Edmund, but it's possible.
I think that's probably a good idea, Tensel, if that's okay with everybody else.
I don't mind staying up longer.
Maggie's just gonna look at everyone. She's gonna be like, I can't sleep after that. So everyone, please get some sleep. And I guarantee you, Winters is gonna say something. I have a feeling in my gut.
I'll take the first shift.
I think you should at least try, and even if you don't sleep, maybe just laying down and resting a little. Plus, you can cuddle up with Edmund, and I'm sure he'd like that.
Sounds like a plan to me.
Of course.
Do you want us to actually, plan out shifts, or can we just say that we take shifts?
We can, for the most part, it really depends, because let's do one roll. I'm going to need a 1d100.
Somebody else roll. I can't do this anymore.
See your guys' luck on the road here.
I'm not doing it again.
You guys to do
You
it.
know what? Let's do... Hold on, because let's do it this way. Nico and Gunny, they're still relatively new. Neko, sorry, I keep calling you Nico. Neko, why don't you make the first 1d100 roll that you've done?
Okay.
That is a 28.
Oh no. What have you done to us? I'm kidding.
I'm so sorry.
No, listen, I gave us the prophecy of a fucking lifetime, so I have nothing to say right now.
So, here's what's going to happen. You guys are going to continue for roughly an hour or so, and as you continue down the way, you will see the light of a campfire just along the edge of the road. This is the main road that you can travel to Krokka. Now, eventually you might have to spur off a little bit and find, kind of a different road, because, of course, it's not a straight road, but it's the one that you need to travel on currently. So, I mean, you can make a couple of checks if you like.
What kind of checks?
Perception.
Okay.
That's a perception of 7.
Yikes.
So you are going to see a fire, but you're not going to be able to really pinpoint anyone around the fire. Maybe they're sitting on something that just kind of blends them in a little bit. But I think I'm thinking that's probably a good place for us to end it for the night.
Dun, dun, dun.
Okay.
Oofy.
Hi, my name is Neko, and I play Winters. Thanks for everyone listening to the podcast. It's been great. It's been great joining in on the session. Just seeing everything unfold, especially as a new player, is great. And someone who's been watching the podcast for a while. Thanks so much for listening to the episode. Please follow us and subscribe on iTunes, Podbean, and Google Play at opportunityroll.podcast@gmail.com. If you wish to level up, head over to our Patreon and check out some cool magic swag we have waiting for you. If you want to interact with us and see more stuff we're doing, go check out our Facebook and subscribe to our YouTube at Opportunity Roll. And if you want to contact us or ask us any questions, you can reach us at opportunityroll.podcast@gmail.com. We'd like to thank Purple Planet Music. We use their site for all our music. We'd also like to thank Kobold Press, who we use some of their monsters from the Tome of Beasts to keep everyone on their toes and enjoying the game. Thank you all for listening, and remember, keep your opportunities open.